Hi there everyone, and I have one more very interactive chess game by Raul Capablanca from a chess Simul, 25 board chess Simul from Netherlands in 1911 again, and his opponent is a chess player named Beun, an unknown chess player, probably a Dutch chess player. So Capablanca starts the game with e4, and we have the King's Gambit declined, knight to f3, and then Capablanca played very exciting. He played b4, and this is known as the heat variation of King's Gambit declined. So sacrificing a pawn, but we have bishop to b6. Well, capturing the pawn is interesting. Let's check out what happens. Then this was the idea of Capablanca. c3, and where is the bishop going? If bishop to c5, then capturing the pawn, and you can see that white is doing very well. So if bishop to a5, then we have check, forking king and the bishop. So knight to c6 is a must, but then bishop to b5, and the knight is pinned. And capturing the knight, capturing the bishop is possible. So bishop to b6 is a must, and then bishop takes knight. And you can see that white has a lot of activity, and maybe white is doing better than black. So in this position, b4 by Capablanca, an interesting move. And King's Gambit is not popular in nowadays, but if you see King's Gambit declined against your opponent, you can maybe play this. Actually, this is actually a surprising weapon for white. Why not? So interesting and unpopular. Bishop to b6, and also logical. So anyway, bishop to b2, bishop to g4, pinning the knight, and Capablanca played f takes on e5, and black is playing for the activity. So Capablanca is a pawn up. Knight to f6, knight to c3, knight to c6, attacking the bishop, pinning the knight, and then black castled. And Capablanca simply captured the knight, which was attacking the bishop. So this knight is pinned, capturing the bishop, asking a question, still pinning the knight, and then Capablanca plays very simple chess, pushing the g-pawn. He is not afraid about weakening the king side, bishop to g6, and then d3, defending the e-pawn. So queen to e7, a3, defending the b-pawn, rook over, and then knight takes on e4 is possible because this pawn is pinned. So queen to e2, and then rook over, knight attacks the bishop because white can't castle. So knight to d7, attacking the bishop, prophylactic move, and queen goes back. Maybe this was some sort of waiting move. I didn't understand the purpose of this move. So knight takes bishop, knight takes, and white can castle in this position. And white has some pleasant choices in this position. Capablanca decided to play h4, and h5 is coming. So trapping the bishop, but black plays very active chess, very aggressive chess. Knight to c4, attacking the bishop, and you can capture the knight because of rook takes on e4. Capablanca played bishop to c3, and after h6, after h4, black could play h6, but then white castles, and look at this position. White is very active. So white has the semi-open file, rook is open, and white is better in this position. So knight can also jump. White has lots of pleasant choices in this position. So, okay, but after h4, instead of h6, black played knight to c4. And Capablanca is defending the bishop because, as I said, if capturing the knight, rook takes, and queen to d6, allowing h5. But watch this, bishop takes, pawn takes, and this is very aggressive and very risky chess against Capablanca because Capablanca was a very accurate defender. But actually this is logical because this was a chess simul, as Capablanca was busy simultaneously against 25 chess players at the same time. And also in blitz chess, in speed chess, playing like this, it could also be fine. It could be tricky, but this is not very logical. So this is playing like Mikhail Tal a little bit, not as strong as Tal, of course. So queen to g3, check, and white has to be careful. We have king to f1, but if, of course, if blocking with the queen, then rook takes on e4. So Capablanca plays king to f1, and then queen to f4, and threatening rook takes on e4. And actually it is getting very dangerous. We can't capture the knight because queen takes knight. So rook to e1 by Capablanca defending, and then rook to d2. It looks very risky. So bishop takes, but then knight takes on d2. Knight is pinned. So king to f2, and then black played knight takes on e4. And if king to g2 or king to g1, queen takes pawn. And is Capablanca busted? And if king to f1, then knight to g3, forking the king and the queen, and white can resign. Some of you might say, okay. Now Jose Raul Capablanca ruined this. He is busted. This time he is busted. It is all over. What would you do in this position? Well, Capablanca chops the knight off. So rook takes, what else? Rook takes, attacking the queen, and also there is a back rank problem. So queen takes, and then here comes rook to e1. The back rank problem is still there. So what else? Queen takes on c2. Of course, if defending the queen, rook to e8, checkmate. So queen takes on c2, rook to e2, black resigned. Yeah. So the possible continuation, defending the queen, boom, checkmate. And black has to sacrifice, give up the queen in order to prolong this chess game, but white is a piece up, and this is all over. Knight to d4 is also very pleasant, winning a pawn. So this endgame is winning for white very easily. So this is why after rook to e2, black resigned. And thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Stay safe, take care, and bye bye.